everybody, and welcome to Young Hero Salutes, the show in which I give a shout out to the awesome YouTube channels that I feel are worthy of your time and subscription. I am your host, ThatKidDouglas, aka the Young Hero, the internet's loneliest D-list personality, and on today's episode, we're going to cover a brief history. Now, this is one I've been wanting to do for so long, and I apologize to you guys for putting it off for so long. There were just other videos and other concepts that I wanted to tackle, but now is finally the time to talk about a brief history. But before we get into things, let's give a brief overall statistic. Take it away, Chipmunk Statistics Man.
The Foot of Affair channel was created on July 7, 2010, and has a total of 144,272 subscribers and has amassed a grand total of 7,292,826 views. Back to you, Young Hero.
Thanks, Chipmunk Statistics Man. Ready, set, go. A Brief History was created by Ryder Burgeon, an American YouTube personality based out of Statesville, North Carolina. He started out making really simple random types of videos, and his uploading schedule was sporadic to say the least. His channel lacked a sense of direction, a sense of focus in his early days. Nothing about him made him truly stand out from the oversaturated YouTube crowd, until he created A Brief History, which is the series that made him internet famous. Or semi-internet famous, you know how the internet goes. Now, the basic concept of the show is he basically breaks down the history of popular figures in entertainment and pop culture in about 5 to 7 minutes, and he uses this really fast-paced, punchy, frenetic, fast-talking kind of style and makes him sound like a real-life version of Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, let's be honest, all of the original ideas have already been done, so originality now comes from finding fresh, unique ways to expand those original concepts. A Brief History is quite the balancing act. How do you break down the history of popular figures in entertainment and pop culture in a brief amount of time while at the same time being entertaining, insightful, and informative? It sounds like a really hard thing to do, but A Brief History manages to do just that. It's quite astonishing how he's able to do it. The way he's able to talk so fast while breaking down the history of important figures in entertainment and pop culture. It's quite amazing, to say the least. That is some serious talent, and that's not something that very many people are willing to do. What I really like about Ryder is his sense of energy and enthusiasm that he brings to every video he makes. Seriously, the amount of effort he puts into making these videos, because I'm pretty sure they take a long time to make, even more so than mine, cannot be overstated. It's mind-boggling, really. And he actually gives a shit about what he does, unlike some other people that I'm going to talk about later on. Anyways, that's not the point. He sounds excited, and he genuinely cares about what he's doing. And the way he's able to do what he does in the amount of time that he gives himself is just, I don't know how to describe it. It's nothing like I've seen before. He manages to take the concept of retrospectives, which has been around since YouTube's inception, and manages to make them fresh and exciting again, which is it's utterly astonishing to me. And it's perfect for those people who don't have much time to watch YouTube videos, because most retrospectives, on average, take about 15, 20, 30, 40 minutes, sometimes even longer than that, to break down the history of a figure. He does it in 5 to 7 minutes, and he was one of my main inspirations for creating the Guide to Surviving the Internet. And they're very quick kind of videos that you can get through very quickly, and you could watch dozens of them in a short amount of time. So it's perfect if you want to, watch them on your lunch break, while you're at the gym, while you're out and about, or hell, while you're even on the toilet doing a number 2. Anyways, moving on. Really just the sense of enthusiasm and the topics that he covers are just completely awesome. Although, let's be honest, many people have covered those topics before, but nobody's ever copied that. Nobody's ever covered them with the same amount of energy and enthusiasm the way he does. Seriously, he is essentially like the Energizer Bunny. He just keeps going and going and going and going. It's mind-blowing, and when I first stumbled upon it, I instantly got it. I was instantly hooked, and I knew this kid was going to go places, and he has, in fact, gone places. He's actually the editor for the Game Theorist channel, which is run by Matthew Patrick, aka MatPat, and he edits a lot of their videos. That's an important thing to mention. His uploading schedule is kind of sporadic. He doesn't upload too often on the Foot of Affair channel, which is understandable considering the amount of time and effort goes into making an episode of A Brief History, and of course editing most of the videos for the Game Theorist. So it's understandable why it takes a bit of time for new Brief History episodes to come out. But trust me, when a new episode does come out, it's more than worth it. And he's actually started doing the Brief History on video games on the Game Theorist channel, and where he employs that same style only for, well, you know, video games. Seriously, the fact that he's not more popular is an absolute crime, because he's just awesome. He's so flipping awesome, and the fact that he's able to do what he does, and you know, still employ a sense of enthusiasm and energy, while at the same time being informative and insightful. That's not something that very many people can do. And this basic concept is just completely, I personally, up until that point, I've never seen it done before. You know, the only other person that I'm remotely familiar that employs the same kind of talking style is ThatKidDouglas. You know, whether or not he was inspired by A Brief History is something else completely different entirely. I'm not sure, but you can clearly tell that he takes a lot of inspiration from A Brief History. He also has a second channel, Foot of a Ferret 2, where he uploads, like, you know, random vlogs and Q&As and all that other stuff. But yeah, would I recommend this channel? Absolutely. This channel is awesome. You are going to get hours upon hours upon hours worth of content to just sink your teeth in. And the fact that they're short form means that you can get through them in a quick amount of time. It's something that you can watch, you know, like while you're out and about, so when you're, you know, busy, you're not busy and stuff like that. And, you know, this is just, I'm running out of words to say here. Please, just go subscribe to A Foot of a Ferret. You will not be disappointed. I should be warning, though, if you're looking for a channel that uploads consistently, then this is probably not the channel for you, considering that his uploads are pretty sporadic. But if you can get past the fact, given the amount of time and effort it takes to make one of these things, then you will not regret it. So basically, that's all I gotta say. I give A Foot of a Ferret my young hero seal of approval. And yeah, I'll leave a link to his channel in the description down below. Well, that's all I gotta say. This is ThatKidDouglas, aka the Young Hero, signing out. Deuces, stay frosty and keep it weird. Cue the random explosion effect. What's